that's it finished. That's the intro finished, just like that. Good evening. Welcome to Artwood Turning in the Stable Studios. All's well with the world. I've got a cup of tea. I'll set my tea over there so don't get shavings in it. Well, hopefully not get shavings in it. You can never tell. Let me see who we've got in to assist us. Did I say assist then? That may be a misnomer. Terry's dancing in the background already. I'm just going to wait now till he stops dancing. Right, got you now, Terry. There you go. Oh God, this is going to be this could be interesting. So we've got Joe. Joe Senior, the voice of an angel.
She's awake. But yeah.
We've got Pete from Twisted Trees. who's on his camera microphone this evening because his headset was doing funny things. We have Mr. William Kenny.
Good evening, everyone.
From WK Creations.
WK Woodcrafts.
Oh, sorry, WK. Oh God, WK Woodcrafts. And we've got him, Terry.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome aboard, campers.
Yeah, he's in the corner.
Answers on a postcard.
Yeah. If anybody asks a question, Terry's going to answer them on a postcard.
Welcome to Brian's chat.
About to fall off.
We hope you enjoy yourselves.
I need to move this. I need to move that screen a wee bit and then move that camera a wee bit. It's about to fall off the shelf. There we go. Right, Carl, go put you guys back in the background. Now. And we're going to have a look at what we're going to do this evening. But before we do, is Rob from Klingspor in? Let me just change that to see the comments. Rob from Klingspor probably not in, but he sent
Let's
me...
have a look. We'll just scan back through and have a look.
He sent, wrong way around, that way. He sent me a nice sticker. Oops. So we're going to stick the sticker on the sticker wall. Sticker on the sticker wall. So we'll go to the move cam and we'll nip over here.
Nice colourful sticker.
It's a lovely yellowy colour sticker, and it's massive. It's a huge sticker. So
did it come with a free pack of
I'll stick it down here. No, it didn't come with anything. I didn't ask for anything. I just asked him for a sticker. So we'll put Rob of Kingsport down here. Under Team Tiny. So if anybody else has got a sticker that you want to add to my sticker wall, message me on Facebook and we can arrange a sticker swap. That'll be good. So let me bring that back to the overhead camera and I'll move this camera back over here where it's supposed to be and point it at the Pro Edge. Something like that.
I can see 5 specks of dust on that floor, Brian.
Yeah, so can I.
Where? What floor?
Shocking.
We're looking down just below your
down here where the red shoes are.
No, below your control
standards
box.
are slipping.
They're not by your left foot.
Oh
left
my
foot,
God!
down below.
My God! Yeah. Hold on. Let me fix that.
And further up, look, further up by your left foot. By your left
How
foot.
did I miss that?
That's it. You got it. You got it.
Oh,
that's done your OCD, William. That's better now. Look. Done.
Oh, good.
There you go, William.
You can start now. You can start now.
Is that better now? We're good. Good to go. So, if you remember last week, I gave you the choice of this or something else. Well, this week you've got a choice. This or nothing.
No, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
So we're doing the maple, and I actually haven't got the other piece. It's in the house. So anyway, I'm going to mount this on a faceplate ring. And we're just going to turn a simple bow with some colour, I think.
Cool.
But I'm not sure of the colours yet. So let me grab a chuck.
We can debate that, can we?
This will be a Robert Sorby Patriot chuck. 2-inch jaws. Oh, and that goes there. Oh, over there. And tighten it up the other way that you normally tighten it for a faceplate ring. That's it. So I think Joe's going to read the chat. Or tell me who's in.
Well, she's going to get through it about 2 hours' time, but
well, that'll be all right. I'm in no hurry. So
Ryan, he's picking on me already.
Well, whilst I do this, Terry, you leave her alone just for a minute.
Lovely, really, Joe.
just for a change, like. And Joe's going to read out who's in the chat. Thanks, Joe.
I am. Good evening and welcome, everybody. So in the chat, we have Michelle Oosby, Tickle Turnings, Copperall Wood Turning. We've got Wayne the Wood Turner, Grandma Roof Tube, Paul Finley, wood turning at home, if I can say it. I'm fine, thank you, Ruth. I won't say William. We've got Lucy Bundy Rowe.
Oh no, Lucy's in troublemaker.
We'd be losing.
Norman Greenwell. Terry Bartlett. Des Barnwell. Even. Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks. Malcolm Douglas. Roger Kent. Raymond Wise. Paul Hoyt and the Greasby Turner.
More speed.
Susie Swiss Wood Turner. I'll keep going down. We've got Marie Klein.
Who?
Marie Klein.
That's a new name, isn't it?
That's a new name, yeah.
Not sure.
And
Mike
Marie.
Evans. Kevin 9K Creations. Larry Nixon. Shane Hurst. That's just jumped on me.
Who jumped on you?
Terry again.
Not doing me.
Turned Again. Mark from Turned Again. Barry Chitty.
I'll use my giant pencil.
Wivey Woodshed.
Yeah, you sharpened that to death.
This is his big brother.
All right. Mark Harvey. Donald Love Angel Artist.
It's not that miserable or anything.
Chris Glanville.
You said that, not miserable.
Oi. Oi.
Oi. Oi.
No need for that, Terence.
I'm keeping going down, hoping I'm not missing anybody here.
That's the size of
the
my
boy.
cannon. Even Roy.
You're right.
And we're to the bottom.
We'll just make a little cannon down here.
Wow.
You're at the bottom already.
Yeah. 51
There you
people are in, watching you.
She cheated. She must have had them
What's that list?
written down.
Of course I did. I noticed that my name wasn't on there, and I have actually said something, so it's jumped somewhere.
Yeah, it threw you out.
Did,
So that's
did
about,
I miss
that's
anybody?
about a 5mm cannon on there. That should be plenty. We'll just start to make a shape around the outside here. We're basically just hogging away some wood to get rid of some of the excess that we don't want.
Then shavings. Got David Vaughan's in. Good evening,
David.
David.
I'm just going to adjust this tool rest just a little bit that way.
And Tony Smith has joined us. RPM Woodworks is in.
That's turning nice.
It is.
Mm.
Nice and dry.
Mm.
It is a good and dry piece, yep. I'll just bring a line straight from here now. And now I can set the foot size that I want. Probably about there somewhere.
Now Donna says 20 likes, 56. Get gets better to come on. Hit the like button already, or I get my broom out and made lead-filled rubber chicken.
Let me just go there for you. Let you see the shape we're trying to achieve.
There we go, Larry. As if by magic. We've got Trevor P. Hobby Turner in. Good
Hey, Trevor.
evening.
Trevor. Andrew.
And he's asking you, Brian, has the heel improved?
The heel is relatively good at the minute because I haven't done anything today. I came out to the workshop about 6 o'clock after sitting in my chair all day today, except for making the dinner, and that's about as much as I've done today,
Hi, Harvey.
which is not very good.
Hey, Harvey.
Harvey Klein.
I actually already said hello to Harvey.
Well, he's just saying hello, Brian, Joe, Terry, William, and everyone else in the chat. So I just assumed
Okay.
he wanted me
Brian.
to say hello because Brian Elton
Elton
Madeira is in.
Madeira is in.
Oh, sorry, Joe,
Oh.
you missed it again.
You two fighting over that again, are you?
No, she missed
Yeah.
it. Simple.
Oh no, Pete, don't have done.
Our Spanish contingent. Is
Yes.
Brian.
I've made a horrible OG shape again.
I like it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Roger Kent's in, isn't he? Did you say Roger
Mr.
before?
Hill's
Didn't
cut
you?
from the
I
inside
said
out.
it. Were you
Hey,
listening?
Roger.
No.
No,
I've got this inbuilt thing that when you start talking, it just switches off. I can
It's called the mute button.
mute button, yeah. It's built into the screen here. I can't help it into the microphone.
Oh, dear.
Question from Susie Smith-Brister. How international are we at the moment? What countries are we all from? I'm from England, Susie.
You're not,
You're
are
from
you?
Switzerland.
I'm from England.
Brian's from Ireland, Northern Ireland. He's from a great United Kingdom. William's from Ireland, and you, William?
Yeah, Southern Ireland, yeah.
yeah, separate country.
Just try and get this nice little cut just in here.
Robert
Bruce
Broadwood's
Essex.
joined us. Good evening, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
And Doug Bennett
And Doug.
is in from Wales.
He's from Wales.
Hey, Doug.
We've got
Malcolm's
Scotland,
from Wales.
USA.
So it's a tiny little cut there. So we'll just take another little cut all the way around and try and make a nice cut as a finishing cut. Nice and slow. Keeping the bevel just floating on the timber so as we're not rubbing it and burnishing the timber at the same time.
Harvey's in USA, California.
Just pull the handle right into my side now, and I'm going to swing my hips from left to right to bring it back out again.
Little flare on it, nice. Turned again is in. Mark. Hello, Mark. Costa del Bristol.
I've said hello to him as well.
I know.
That was a nice stroke, Brian. Nicely
That
done.
was really
Nice.
nice.
Nice finishing cut, that.
Not bad, but I have a toe mark in it.
Oh. Have another go then.
Go change that bolt edge.
Grandpa Jim Woodturner. Let's come on.
Hello, Jim.
Just try that one more
All
Hey,
time.
Jim.
Didn't really want to fall off the cut there.
Yeah.
And that's the transition between bringing the tool from being over the lathe bed and bringing it back to your side so you can control it by moving your hips instead of moving your arms.
It's all in the
Hello to
hips.
the birdie in the background. It's Ezzy, a Senegal parrot.
So that should be better. They were much nicer shavings there, like little tiny shavings.
Lovely.
So that should be better now. That'll be fine. That'll stand up nicely. I'm just going to use this little 10mm bow gauge just to come in this way, just to finish that cut right up to the base. If I can. Tiniest of little cuts. Close the face. There.
Super job.
That's much better than there now. So we can pop that out of the way and we'll just quickly sand this up. We're going to start sanding at 120. So I'm going to turn the speed down a little bit so we're sanding in around.
That looks so good. I reckon you could use 180 there. Maybe more than that.
I probably could, Terry.
Yeah, don't waste it in 120.
Give it a try and see what happens. I might have to go back to 120, but we'll try it.
I don't think so.
There we go.
It's a
So
beautiful
roughly
cut.
about 700 revs for sanding, somewhere between 6 and 7, I think. The idea is not to heat up the disc. Good position in that. You better switch it on, eh?
Yeah.
Always
It helps
helps.
a little, all right.
And if you watch Martin's finishing course yet, Martin holds it in his right hand and he uses his fingers to apply the pressure. So I'm holding it in my right hand, which is kind of against my hip. Elbow tucked in. And then just rotate it round the piece. And it's your left
60s
hand,
in.
the fingers of your left hand that control the pressure. So you can see there's not a lot of pressure on that. It just fell off the end.
I said it out to Andy earlier.
But I'll just kind of caress it round the corner there.
Hi, Andy.
Just covering myself just in case.
Let's have a look at that. Now, I'm looking now to see if I get any tool marks in there.
It looks good from here.
I don't see any. Just right
See?
down this edge here.
You had a
It's quite
good
hard to-
finishing cut. You had a lovely finishing cut. No point in going back on the,
No.
you know,
So
rougher
the only bit
paper,
is
is it?
just right in at this edge here, which is not quite 100% right. So we'll just give that a little bit extra with the sander. But I might even go over here and try to get it to go the other way. Try that. That'll be good enough, I think. I could live with that. That's 80 grit, so up to 120.
No, 240.
Sorry,
Yeah, you've done
180, 240 is right.
Yeah.
Says 240 on it. Like. I knew the right place to go for it, just didn't know what I was saying.
Just as well you've got such an expert team of earworms, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yes,
See?
oh, yeah. I was waiting for Terry to pick that up.
I was just letting you do it because I knew you was right because I saw 240 on the side when you picked it up.
Oh, okay, Terry.
Really, he was waiting for you to do it in 120 so you could say, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah, that was a waste of time, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
That was a waste of
Exactly
time,
what he was
right,
doing.
wasn't it? Why not go back to 60 grit?
Oh,
I haven't got 60 grit in my workshop, Terry.
No, you used to have, but you have now.
No, I didn't.
No, it
I've
didn't.
never had
No,
60
it
grit.
no.
Lie teller, you.
I had a roll of 40 grit once. Somebody gave me a roll of
Holy
40 grit.
moly.
James Crawford's in. Hello, James. Evening to you,
Hi,
sir.
James. And
Hi,
Larry
James.
Nixon's asking Brian, do you use a vacuum chuck?
I do, yeah.
Benjamin's in.
I do have a
Benjamin.
vacuum chuck. I
Hey,
can
Ben.
show you the said vacuum chuck. I'm going to take this power hood off now. Or this hood. Because it's
Roy
making
wants
my
to know-
face. I'm going to turn the heat
Roy
off.
wants to know what the gadget is on the lid. I think that's his mouse. Not the other one
What
with the
gadget?
ears. It's his
What?
mouse for the,
Not the rodent, the
Oh,
other
this?
yeah.
He's got two
Yeah,
mics.
that's my rollerball mouse.
one. Yeah.
That makes sense. Who asked about the vacuum chuck?
Roy. Oh, sorry. Who was it asked about the vacuum chuck?
There is the vacuum
Larry
chuck
Nixon.
system there.
Larry
yeah.
asked.
So that's the vacuum chuck system there. This is the vacuum
He
generator
may be using it in a minute, you know. He may be using it.
from
Show us how it
Holdfast.
works.
Small vacuum head, a large vacuum head, and the bit along the back there is the insert that goes through the
What's that
headstock.
hanging on the left-hand side behind the large vacuum chuck? Hanging on the wall.
Shut your mouth, shut your
Oh,
mouth,
black
you
spanner.
Raven.
You mean this?
He's pinched my spanner.
You mean this small spanner that Terry managed to lose?
Yeah,
Oh,
Terry.
I have no idea.
It's
I mean,
not lost. It's not lost yet. I haven't given up. Somebody lost when
It's
you give up looking
misplaced.
around.
it's lost.
Misplaced at the moment.
No, it's lost. William, I'm doing what you do.
Show us then, because you're on one camera.
I'll just show you now. Go back to that overhead camera. Lee.
Yeah.
Uh,
I do it unannounced to myself, so.
William doesn't even know he's doing it. He just does it. That's funny.
I hate standing on
Right, so
shavings.
we're going to
Yeah.
go 400 here because I'm going to colour this. Colouring, he says.
No singing, that's good.
Well, certainly no singing on the outside.
Peter
Peter
Kelly's in.
Kelly's in.
Evening, Pete.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Right, if anybody can suggest a better way of sanding that little groove there, can you see that? No, you can't. Oh, wrong
Actually, we
camera.
can.
That one. This little group. Maybe we can tell me a better way to stand in there. I'll be happy to learn it.
You were taught it last July.
Yeah.
Do it as a mini OG and then you can stand straight round it.
I just do a clean cut with
Yeah,
a
clean cut
feeding
straight
and
in.
parting tool, and just leave it. Yeah.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Right, Wayne's having to go.
Oh, bye,
Okay,
Wayne.
Wayne.
Thanks for coming in,
Bye
buddy.
for now.
Bye,
Take
Wayne.
care,
See
Wayne.
you later, mate. Thank you.
Susie's
Right,
sister
there we go.
Turner says, fold a piece of sandpaper.
That would work too.
Robert, my spanner has been missing for only a few short weeks. Maybe-
Folding the piece of
maybe
sandpaper
10.
Short.
and then putting it in
Yeah.
there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful.
Ruby Claire's in.
Cutting
Hello,
edge.
Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Hey, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Ruby.
Let's have a look at that. Give it a little bit of a dust down.
Alan Gibbs,
Alan
just
Gibb has
joined
joined
us.
us.
And
Hi,
we'll give
Alan.
it a quick spray with methylated spirits
Join
just to
us.
see what it looks like. Oh, before I
Oh,
add colour to it.
Benjamin says, trust Brian to keep the protectors on the edge of his tools. I throw those away as soon as they arrive. I ain't got time for that. I'm a busy man.
Oh, protectors. Oh, yeah, I see. That's on the carbides that I never use. So, or I very rarely use. I haven't done
They're
much resin.
useful in certain circumstances.
Well, they are, right?
Mark Beckett's in.
Absolutely. Yeah. They
Mark
are
Beckett
indeed.
is in.
Evening, Mark.
Evening, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Buddy.
Can't stay long. He's off down the pub with his new apprentice.
Oh,
Oh,
good
well.
man.
Get him drunk.
Then go teach him something.
See if he can turn while he's drunk.
But look better anyway, won't it? Even if you can't.
There we go. So I think that's okay. Now, colours. What do we want to do with this, guys?
Ah, well, here we go.
Anything
Colours.
else?
What sort of? Do you want summer colours, spring colours, do you winter colours,
Well, I've got loads of
autumn
different colours.
colours?
Yeah, well,
What
I
colours
don't
do you
know.
want?
I
You want a
don't know.
mixed colour that
Right.
makes everybody like psychedelic and hate it, or what?
I have no idea. I've got spirit stains from chestnut.
Yeah.
Bulger's colours.
Do you want airbrush or do you want to do it by?
No, I'm going to do it with
What's the
I'm
name?
going to do it by cloth this evening,
Okay, class, right.
by,
Okay.
by tissues. So we could use
I would.
use
you-
intrinsics.
yeah.
couldn't we?
You can, yeah, yeah. You haven't put any sealer on it, have you?
No sealer, no.
No, that's fine then. Yeah. Andy, the Valley Road,
Valley,
the row is
Turner,
in.
Bundy Rose in. Yes.
I
Right.
don't think
Good evening,
they're
Andy.
half of them, but
Hey,
You want blues, yellows, reds.
Reds.
Everybody
well, if you
likes
want reds, you want reds, orange, yellows, and browns and things, and greens. You don't want blue.
Blue, purple, black,
Blue.
Oh well, you can have them.
sky.
Honey,
Purple and red will go, but blue and red is just a little
change
bit.
that camera.
Well,
I'll
you
show
can
the
use it.
bottles.
But
There you go.
can be a
Blue,
bit.
honey.
Primary colours.
Red. It says Ruby on. It says Ruby on the bottle, but it's red. Ruby doesn't like it.
Roy's a boy saying texturing with chameleon colours.
No, I'm not doing that. Everybody else has done that.
Yeah.
I have them. I've seen yours today, right? Was it today or yesterday? Can't remember.
Today.
And then
Yeah.
Roy says plum. For some reason, Roy likes plum.
Well, plum's actually a good starting
It is
colour.
a lovely colour.
it's a lovely base, yeah.
But so I've only got a wee small area to go with. So what we'll do is we'll kind of spread the colours out a bit and kind of make it kind of blend in a bit. What do you think?
The boss, Michelle, says
Oh,
red
I
and
know.
gold.
Red and gold.
I can
Point is
I've
getting all
got-
them out then, wouldn't it?
I've got gold, missus.
Well, you
The
got
only gold,
gold
the only
leaf.
gold I've got. Well, I have got gold actually.
Mark Ivy wants
Uh,
turquoise.
Where
Bright
is
and
that?
cheerful, says
bright,
Lucy.
bright and cheerful.
I have
colours.
this. I have this, which is laughingly called metallic brown, but it comes out
Orange.
pre-
Is it?
pretty gold looking.
That looks like
Oh, yeah.
bronze to me. Copper.
Yeah.
That looks coppery.
Oh,
Put it on the 10 and let's have a look. See what it does to what the word makes it look like.
See what it looks like.
Now,
Get a close up of that as well, just to see what the word
Roy's
looks
saying
like.
Plumide's tool marks.
Well, you don't need that, Roy. He's haven't got a tool marker in there. That's quite a nice colour, actually. It's quite a nice colour, because you'll be turning it off when you seal it. That's quite a nice colour. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good colour for turning off.
It's a good
Susie's
colour for
saying,
turning it off, yeah.
You want a piece?
Susie's saying bright colours and then gold embellishing wax over the top. I think Susie likes gold embellishing wax.
Yeah, but
Well, that's
to
a
have
good idea.
embellishing
You can do that.
wax, embellishing
Got to
wax,
have
you need something
texture.
for it to go into.
Oh, but there's
It won't
loads
be
of
nothing
grain
to
in that,
go
Terry.
into. Yeah, but
There's loads.
is the grain? It's really
Yeah,
fine,
something,
fine, isn't it? Sanded, it won't go in.
Well, it will, aye, it will. Once
Unless
it
you
gets a
fire
bit
it
wet and
first.
grain,
You're
once
saying
it
no,
gets a
You
bit,
Susie,
fire it
once it gets,
first, right?
isn't open grain.
no, I'm not burning it, no. Once it gets a bit, once the grain gets a bit wet with the intrinsic colours, because it's water, they'll kind of stand out a wee bit.
I don't know. I don't think
It
so.
will,
Well,
trust
okay.
me,
I'll let you.
trust me,
Okay.
trust me, I'm a doctor.
Anyway, burning is my trick.
Right, so we're going to start with, we'll stick some burnt orange on it.
Is that your bottom colour? All right.
I don't care. And I'm just going to make it go. Give it a bit of a. I'm just going to play.
Randomisation.
Just kind of, yeah.
That's it.
Just kind of stick it on there a bit. See what happens.
Just lash it. Lash it onto it.
Yeah.
I can't do the.
Says William.
Suit, obviously. 'cause
Yeah.
I'm
There's
kind of
2
leave
inches
dark
of
bits
dust
and
on my
light bits.
colours here. Oh.
There you go. That's enough orange.
Lash it on.
Get rid of that. A little bit of plum. Roy likes plum.
It does.
He does. He's also
Not too
asking
far
me
up.
if
I wouldn't do that too far up if I was me. But
No, what I'm going to try and do is just do the plum just at the bottom here.
Zed's in.
Just kind of take it
Evening.
Zed.
Is it?
out like that.
Roy's asking Brian if he did he like his holding tool video.
Is what tool
Holding.
video?
Holding
Did a video
tool.
on a holding tool. I think it was for the thread chasing.
When did you do that? Oh, yeah,
Didn't
the
see
thread
that.
chasing thing, yeah. You might have said that, right? I might be able to understand what you were talking about. There you go. Just kind of blend it on out a wee bit. And I'm not mad if it goes into that corner because it'll hide that badly sanded bit. I'm joking.
Cheating.
It's not badly sanded at all. Only joking. It has got on the foot, but I'll be turning a little bit of that foot off anyway, so it won't matter. Just let me get it there a little bit more. There we go. Turn that around, get the wet side again. I'll just fade that on out a bit. Just make sure it gets down into that edge. It's too much in there now. Better. Don't want to leave any white bits sticking out there.
Where have I heard that before?
Yeah. On holiday, possibly?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not quite sure, actually. Right.
Right, there we go. There's kind of purple with a bit of orange and stuff in it. And there we go. That'll do with the purple. Stick that over there. And so ruby's quite dark, or red, sorry. It's quite dark. So I'm going to do a bit of flame next.
Just to advise you, Brian, there's 76 people
What?
interested in what you're doing.
Excellent, people. Thank you very much for all coming along and watching. I know I'm up against Cindy Drosna today.
Is she?
She's on as well.
I didn't know that.
She
See you
is.
later then.
See you, buddy. So I'll just use that to blend that in a little bit and try and get it to go together a little bit. So that is, what did I say that was? Flame.
Flame.
Flame, yeah.
We should get a kind of cloudy effect. And what I'll do is I'm just going to, because I want to use a little bit of ruby, I'm just going to add it to the same bit of tissue. and mix it in together. And I'll just darken it down a little bit and add a little bit extra dimension to that. Starting to feel like Stuart Perini here.
Starting to look like him as well, but never mind. It's good.
Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Last time I said that, Stuart Perini was
It's a good
in the
thing.
background.
Stuart's brilliant.
I know. Right, so that's the ruby Andy. And now we want honey on this. We'll see what it looks like. Then we can come back. If we don't like it, we can always come back and do something else.
Always do something else, mate. You always darken the bottom of it as well, a little bit darker.
And a little bit of honey out there. And as we add it, we can blend the colours in so there's no kind of sharp lines in there. Less sharp lines.
Although having some sharp lines gives you that little bit of...
Yeah, it gives it
edge
just a little bit extra. Looks a bit like texture maybe or something. But it's kind of hard to for a wood that has got very little grain or anything or any highlights in it naturally, it's kind of hard to get it, to highlight them with colour.
And even harder with embellishing wax.
Shh! Don't mention the embellishing wax.
I know nothing. They won't forget. They won't forget.
Right, so I think I'll maybe have to darken the bottom a bit more.
You might.
So let's have a look.
You could use brown.
No.
Earth.
Right.
Earth colour's a good colour.
Earth. Oh, but the earth will just destroy the purple. Just purple.
No, not if it's very little.
I meant plum.
Tiniest of pieces.
So we just do a little bit.
If you spray some purple on top of the brown, it'll mix together
Right.
on the cloth.
No, just watch.
Be surprised.
So I've just added the same piece of tissue I was using. Mix it in a little bit. And go for it. Just add it in. There you go. Is that better looking?
Much better. I mean, I know nothing about colour, of course.
Of course you don't.
That's why I'm letting you do it. Look at that.
Exactly.
Now,
Susie
Susie's
wants to know,
asking-
can you... Go ahead,
Go
Joe,
on.
go ahead.
No, go on, William.
You know, she just wants you to change the overhead.
Overhead.
Just wants to have an overview.
So we've got quite a line developing there.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
will
gonna
have.
mix that a little bit. I'm just going to take a little bit of flame in there and bring that out a little bit. Thin
Blend it
that
out.
out. And that'll just thin out that edge. You see, if you guys can't hear that, I can hear the paper starting to stick on that because the grain has been raised again. And we want it to look not the same all the way around. So try and blend that in.
We'll just put blue one side now. That might be different and won't be all the way around.
Blue?
I thought you said blue wouldn't go.
It won't. It won't be all the way around then, will it?
How about that?
Fair enough.
That looks
That
nice.
looks good.
It's all right.
That looks Anskamovich. And some of those that don't live in this part of the world. Handsome means looks lovely. For those that don't know what handsome means.
Handsome. That's handsome.
Handsome.
Now, what I've seen Martin doing quite a few times is he's taken about 400 grit and just kind of
Yeah,
gave
blend
it a
it.
little rub. But
Not
I
too
want the
much.
sanding. No, I think we'll leave it the way it is. I'm just saying, if
It
you
looks nice.
feel you've got a bit that's too thick or too heavy, there's nothing wrong with taking a bit of 400 grit and just giving it a bit of a rub to thin it down a wee bit. And then you can, if you really wanted to reactivate the
Because
colour,
it's obviously sunk in, isn't it? So you know,
it has a bit.
it's gone into it. So you won't. You shouldn't go back. It shouldn't go back to the color of the timber. Just make it a bit lighter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just take any dark spots off. If you wanted to do that, you could do that. So I'm going to sand and seal that now.
Yeah, it looks good. I think it's good to go.
Professional matte sanding sealer. Just give that a little rattle with it in its can. Grab the old
lathe cover to save having to wipe it off afterwards.
I'll just give this a light coat. I have a desperate habit of putting too much on. So I'm just going to do it once, round, that's it. Stop, cease, desist, halt. Just leave that for a second or two to dry in. In fact, we could probably just spin it up nice and gently and let some air pass it. So the slowest I can get my lathe to go is 84 revs on this belt.
That'll be fine.
There you go. That's it. Stick the extractor on. Force some air over it. And hopefully that'll
It dries pretty quick anyway.
that'll dry pretty quick. So that's Martin's professional matte sanding sealer. If you haven't used it yet,
I have. It's lovely stuff.
it's good. I like it.
Like his new lacquers as well. 3 coats and you've done 4, maybe,
Well,
if you've got porous wood.
I could debate that, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, I'll debate it with you.
I like.
When I haven't tried the other stuff using 16 coats. I can't be bothered to wait that long.
I still
Yeah, here's
I
another.
still like to use my Halfords.
Now,
But that's
Kev's
only
got a
because
question.
that's what I use. Kev's got a question.
He does. Do you have to knock the razor grain back after colouring?
Well, you can. But I'm going to sanding seal it first, and then I'll knock it back with a little one of those. One of
Web
these,
wraps.
which is like people call them web racks pads or something, but when they come from Chestnut, they're just little abrasive pads, and they come in 4 different colours.
Different
I'll show you
grades
them.
on them.
Different grades of abrasive on them. There's a purple one, a green one, a yellowy coloured one, and the white one. The white one is basically polishing. It's a polishing milk.
It's the finest one, yeah.
It's the finest, so that's what I'm going to use to knock it back. I don't want to knock it back too far. Just want to make it. That's not bad.
Looks dry.
Yeah, it's pretty much dry. I'd take my glove off there just for a second, just to see that. So let's stop that. Stop that. And I can just feel a little. I think it's on the end grain more than anything else, where it's just kind of raised the grain a little bit. So we'll just give it a quick.
Just to denib it.
Just
Yeah,
enough is.
you see it
Not
shining
really,
a little bit when you do it.
That's the polish already,
Yeah.
and that's that. That's all I'm going to do with that. And now we're going to use some gold embellishing wax. Is that what we wanted?
I think
Well,
Susie
you've
did.
got me doubts.
That's the request.
It's a disaster. Gold embellishing wax.
Got me doubts whether it'll go into anything. So
Let's have a look, see.
it might. But it might go into the tool marks. It'll highlight them if there is any, and you missed one. There.
Yeah, you're going to hang
Yeah,
it
well,
in
with
there.
these glasses on, I might well have done it since
Yeah.
first time. I have to tell you.
No, it'll give you that sheen though. You're going to be
So-
lacquering that when it's all dry, like
I think
later
it
on.
will.
Yeah.
It will. If it turns out okay, I think it will. If not, I'll just turn it back off. You can actually see where
Yeah,
it's
I
going
was-
into the. I don't know if you guys
I
can
was-
see that, but I can see where it's going into the end grain now.
Yeah.
Ian Leach is in. Good evening,
Hi, Ian.
Ian.
Yeah.
Presume
Ian.
Ian is IJ Leach, I'm guessing. And Richard Phelan's joined us as well.
Hello,
Hi, Richard.
Richard.
That's
And
enough of that
Roy
old wax.
noticed that you're getting
Hey,
low
Richard.
on that gold embellishing wax, Brian.
I certainly am, yep.
Been
It's
overusing it.
obviously your favourite. She go to
It's-
wax, is it? Embellishing wax.
Yeah, it's the one everybody asks for.
Funny that.
So we'll just give that a little buff off now.
See, I like the bronze best myself.
Are you?
Yeah, I like the bronze one as well.
Hmm. Look at that.
That should
come
just
up.
that should just give it a little shimmer of gold. You see it on coming off on the paper there.
There you go, Susie. As requested.
Let's have a look at that. Well, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see the gold in it.
Yeah.
There's lots of gold in it. There's nearly too much in gold in it. It'll be all right. It'll be grand.
There we go.
If
Susie's
you're not
smiling.
going to lacquer it, put a coat of Hampshire sheen high gloss on
I'm
it.
just going to put a coat. You can lacquer over high gloss anyway, so I'm going to give it a coat of Hampshire Sheen high gloss wax. Clean piece of tissue would be better. 2 coats of Hampshire Sheen high gloss wax. So 2 light coats of wax rather than 1 big heavy coat.
And Michelle says, never too much gold. Do the
That's
wink.
true.
That's because Michelle's a leprechaun, obviously.
Is she in for something? Is she looking for something? Is it your birthday coming up or something? If that's the first coat. We'll just let that dry, just flash off for a minute for a few momentos. And I'll put the lid back on my gold embellishing wax so it doesn't dry out. I've seen lots of people suggesting that their embellishing waxes dry out after a while. Well, I've had mine for over 2 years and none of them have dried out yet.
I have 2 tins here, gold and bronze, and the 2 of them are gone as hard as anything. They're dried out completely.
What are you doing?
With the lid on.
Yeah, you must be doing something wrong.
Interesting.
Yeah, not using it.
There's the green
Oh.
one, look.
Oh dear, no.
Not
That's
dried out at all.
Kev's saying Brian's the only one I've seen follow the 2 coat instructions.
I do.
Well, there's no point in the man spending hours and hours and hours making the thing, making the instructions, and then spending your time watching it and then not doing it. It's kind of pointless, you ask me. So, just the very lightest of pressure. Barely enough is hold the tissue on the piece. That's all you need. If you press too hard, all you'll do is you'll melt the lines, melt the wax, and it'll start to form lines around your piece,
Lines and lumps.
which is never a
That's
good
come
look.
up lovely.
It looks gorgeous.
So there we go. That's the outside as finished as it needs to be for now. That'll do. Happy with that. Looks okay. Let's see from the overhead again. As I take it off here. Get it taken off. What's the right way to turn this? Not that way.
Clockwise.
That way. So that's what it looks like from the overhead.
Lovely.
That's nice.
It'll do nicely.
Michelle's happy now.
Hoping to chuck up a little bit.
It's the colour she wanted.
Pop that in.
I think that yep is actually to do with.
Oh.
Is it Michelle's birthday soon?
Maybe it's her present. And
Her birthday's in April. Yep. Could be. Is there a hint? Is there a hint there, do you think?
you want your kits in?
So I'm just going to use that tailstock just to push that up flat.
Just
He
got
says,
back
"Hello,
from his
everybody."
domestic-
Just back from my domestic duties. I
Right.
thought he went to the unit.
He's been on a tumble dryer.
Yeah, no, to the unit and also shopping.
Fixing
Ah,
it up.
right.
It's put it all
He's
the
been
way.
to Morrison's.
Yep.
Bet he
All the
brought,
shopping
bet he
away,
brought
look.
drink home.
No.
How much alcohol's in
nothing.
the fridge?
No, he didn't have to bring drink home.
Oh, you've got plenty already.
Yeah.
Quite right, Joe. I have as well. So we'll just remove this little faceplate. That was being held on by 25mm screws. 24mm 4x25 riser screws. That's what they are.
Uh-oh.
That's what I always use. Put that back up on its chuck buddy holder. Or its faceplate holder. Put the screws back in the drawer. We can use them again. No damage to them.
Kev says it's going to do some cooking now then for you, Joe.
I think he sat down and having a beer to get over it all.
He's dead right, though.
Take it over all.
Late eating tonight then.
I shopping and scary stuff.
I know, isn't it? Terrible.
Yeah. I don't
Why are you trying to
very
put that
rarely
in there,
go.
man? That's not the right place. There we go. That's it.
Benjamin's
just
is a cheeky McDonald's on
Never
the way
know.
home.
Put my
Might have
colours in
some
the end.
nibbles or something.
Put my colours back in the cupboard. Out the way. Tidy up as you go along. Then you don't have a whole big mess to tidy up at the end. It's a lesson
Colour
for
the
somebody
inside.
there. I don't know. What do you think? Will I colour
No.
the inside?
Could be nice.
No, no.
Could be nice.
Ah, Joe. No, Joe was quick there. She wants to sing, obviously.
No, I just think the
Oh no, I
outside
didn't
is
say
really
it for
nice.
that. I didn't know whether you were going to colour it inside. I don't care if she sings.
We'll
I
just
just
clean the face off a wee bit.
Change your camera
Yeah,
there,
you
Brian.
what?
Change camera to there. Clean that.
It's like a rugby match in Morris. She says.
Trolley dash.
Trolley dash.
Oh, it will be as you get closer to Easter. It'll be crazy. So no need for that.
Kev, well done, mate. You've got a couple of outlets to go to.
Ooh.
It's fine. Just a tiny little bit more to take off that edge.
It's nice to hear.
Yeah, well done, Kev.
Yeah.
So now, do we want a little wide rim on this?
It's up to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like a little wide rim. So I'm going to start from there. From there, I said.
Just letting O'Brien is 1950 now, so you've
Tool rest just a
just been
1950.
going 50
Right.
minutes.
Okay. Whoops.
Not that it matters to us. We're here for the duration. Don't tell him, Kev. Don't tell Roy where he'll get there first.
Try to take too much of a cut there. That's why that happened. Well, there's two reasons that happened. First reason I was trying to take too much of a cut. And the second reason I was cutting with a piece of the wing that was unsupported on the tool rest. So this is a method I was first taught how to hollow a bowl. So that starting from the outside edge and working way into the middle. And the other method is this. Start the outside and just work your way in. The trouble with this cut is you have to make sure that when you get to the bottom of your cut, you close the face over so as you don't catch the bottom wing. So the bottom wing's active now, and then rotate the wing closed so as it doesn't catch.
Baz from Real Simple Things is in. Evening, Baz.
Evening,
Hey,
Baz.
Baz.
Oops. And you can just take it in little grooves all the way in. And it's only a small little bowl, that's why I'm not worried about how much I'm leaving in the middle here. If it was a bigger bowl, I would leave a bit of mass in the middle so as it keeps the edge supported. But I'm kind of finished out here, I think. We'll have a look at it in a second. I'm just going to come in there again and just take the edges away again.
It's a fairly quick way of removing what you don't want.
Yeah.
We're not trying for a finishing cut or anything, we're just getting rid of wood.
Andy
Woodward
Runner's joined us.
Hi, Andy.
Evening,
Andy.
Andy.
Woodwork has joined us. He's not a learner
Yeah, he's
anymore.
not a learner anymore, is right.
Woodwork's joined us.
So now you can just, if you want to just even them off, you can just do a pull cut, just pull them out. Or if you want, that's kind of back hollowing, same thing.
Those steps also give you a great pebble rest to get you started on each cut.
Or you can go from this side in again, which is the correct way to do it.
Whatever way you're
This is heading
comfortable doing.
towards a finishing cut.
That's right, Andy. Don't we get a new gouge or sharpen that one for your finishing cut,
I'm
Brian?
just going to do that in a second, Terry. I said I was heading towards a finishing cut. I'm not at finishing cut yet.
I know you. Your age, you'll forget.
I get forgetful, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So do I.
like yourself then, eh?
Yeah.
Right, so now I'm going to go to finishing cut. So I'll just go use this 3/8 bow gauge. What I will do is we'll go over to the pro edge
Give it
and
a
we'll
shot.
sharpen it.
Good man.
There we go. Just there. So, into the pro edge drawer. Set it 45 degrees. I'll need to remove the table because I was using that earlier. I'll just put that back in this drawer. In the first hole, which gives it 45 degrees, every hole you come further back on the 3-hole version, it adds 5 degrees. So Robert Sorby recommend that you cut one wing, turn it over, do the other wing, and then finish by rolling the tool over the top. So you take the nose off as well. I've seen a few guys on YouTube who have a little bit of a hook on the end of their tool. And the reason they're getting the hook is they're doing the wings, but they're not doing the nose.
Not taking enough off the
If you
front.
roll over the nose, that'll take away the hook. That's perfect. And that's that gouge nicely sharpened. If it'll come back into focus there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Lovely.
What make gouge is that, Brian? Is
That's
it Sorby?
no, it's a Simon Hope double-ended. It's in a Simon Hope handle. Sorry, it's in a Simon Hope handle.
No.
It's in a Sorby handle.
It's in a
Robert
Sorby handle, yeah.
I want that. So it is in the Sorby handle, but it's actually a Simon Hope double-ended gouge. So now we'll have a wee look and see. There's a little bit of a tool mark just there, and there's another little tool mark just in the bottom. And we've got, let me just check the depth on that for you. See where we are.
Kevin K9's got a question before you then, Brian. He says, how often do you grind the top back before sharpening?
Hardly ever.
No, you don't really.
Now,
Only if you want to reshape it.
The reason I'm saying hardly ever, if I can show you that again, I use a standard grind, which is 40, which comes from the factory, is 45 degrees. So that angle from there up to here is 45 degrees. And I use that all the time. And if you sharpen correctly, and if you use a pro edge, you probably never ever have to realign the top edge here. I think that's what you mean, isn't it? If this gets a little bit skew with, you can then reshape this end.
You'll get an exact replica grind every time.
If you do it on a pro edge, it will do it every time.
Providing you don't stay on the wings too long, and then
Well,
you
that's
get the
it.
hook. Then you got to
That's
stay
right.
on the nose a bit longer so that the nose grinds back in line.
So I've got roughly about the width of my thumbnail left in the bottom of that. So it's just
21
slightly
and a
less
half
of my
mil.
thumbnail.
You
21
put
and a half.
them a bit carefully then.
So I can afford to go a little bit more with a couple of finishing cuts here. So we'll see how this goes. So right from the edge. Right from there. And just a nice little cut. Take your time. There is no hurry.
Yep, you can dig the middle out as quick as you like. When it comes to finishing, just take your time. The tool do the work and just float the bevel around. Lovely, look at that. Stephen Miller's just joined us.
Can't see for this.
Apologises for being late.
Oh, Stephen,
Never late.
Alright, Stephen.
Better late than never.
Aye, never late. You're in when you're in, mate, and we're happy to see you. That's what counts. Hope you enjoy the rest of it while you're here.
I'm just going to head the tool down towards the center now. And as I get towards the center, I'm going to rotate it closed. Or open, sorry. Rotate it open. And finish that bit in the middle. There you go. So there's the little shavings that just came off of there. These tiny little shavings. Let's have a look and see, was that any good?
Looks good to me.
Nice cut.
Well, it's not bad, but there's a couple of little ridges up at the top end here. And I've got a tiny little hump in the middle, so I'll need to...
Will there be any burning,
Take
says
that out.
Baz?
No.
No, Baz. I don't think there will.
Oh, that's the wrong tool. So this tool was sharpened before I started, which is my... it's a 5/8
60
bowl
degree.
gauge. 60 degree. And
60 degree, 5/8, yeah.
60 degree 5/8. And I'm going to try and take a little cut with that, but I need to drop the tool rest just a fraction to accommodate the slightly thicker tool. That's better. And I just want to try and take that hump away in the middle. There's a little hump in the middle, so I'll just take that away first. Just there.
Hi, Baz.
What you
Just to
should
let
have,
everybody... Carry on.
okay, so what you should have is a continuous curve from this edge all the way down to the middle, lowest point, and then all the way back up to the other edge. It shouldn't feel like you're going up and down. So that feels pretty good, just a tiny little bit more. I've been real particular this evening.
While you're doing that, I should just tell the chat that Steve will not be doing a live tomorrow. So I'm standing in for him. He's otherwise engaged.
That should be better now, but we'll just check it just to make sure. So from this edge all the way down and all the way back up there, and it should just feel like one continuous curve. That's not bad now. So we'll take one more cut.
It's
From
easier
the
to
outside
detect a little bump when you run your hand the full distance across the bowl.
Yeah,
Yes.
right across that. Up and down both sides, you'll see.
Yep.
Returning is with Barry, has just joined us.
Hey, Barry.
Evening, Murray.
Well,
Ben's asking Kevin, have you ever tried the horseshoe technique? I did an entire set of gouges for another turner who picked up second-hand gouges. And I used the horseshoe technique, which is shown on the Robert Sorby channel, to reinitialize the gouges before I started sharpening them, because it was a lot easier than trying to guess what they were.
yeah.
Fell off that right at the end because I couldn't see it.
And I'll put my link in for tomorrow, Brian, just to let
Yes, you
people
work
know
away,
that.
Terry. You get it in there, right? Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing yet, people, because it's
Don't need
just
your link, mate. We know where you are. We know where you live.
sprung on
That'll be
me.
something
sprung on
interesting.
me. Yeah, I'll do something.
Right, so let's have a look at this and just check it. Yep.
7
happy with
o'clock
that.
tomorrow.
Sandy. Start
And
with
that's covering
120.
for Steve. We're expecting colour and resin.
Won't be no resin.
Colour and resin from Terry. Well,
Okay,
that's going to
resin.
be exciting.
Oh, it's covering for Steve, yeah.
Oh yeah, he has
No,
to
I
do
can't.
that.
I can't do resin. I don't have a pressure pot or any resin.
Well, you
Brian
don't
does.
need
He
it.
can do
Just
resin
get
quite
some
often.
15-minute epoxy and use that. You can do the same thing.
No.
Don't give us any of your old excuses here, boy.
I might.
Get
Although
her done,
Baz
get
has
her
come up
done.
with a good idea. Look, he says Bernie. Actually, I've never done any burning, but I might do some burning, Baz. I may well do. It won't be a short, Lynn. I know you've unsubscribed to me because you don't like shorts, but that I don't care about that. I'll take your spanner away.
So this little,
Oh, I forgot you ain't got one of it.
yeah, I got one.
Yeah, I was going to
This-
say, I got one.
This little edge here has got a
You
little,
earned it.
like a little cove in it. So it's when you pick it up, your thumb sits nicely in the cove,
Ah, you like
Flimsy.
that, don't you?
and the lip is the lip of the end, the bowl itself is slightly raised from this edge. You should be able to see that from your overhead. I don't think the camera's overhead enough to see it. Well, you can.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah, it's good.
So if I just pop that in there, you'll see that there's put it there. You'll see there's a
That's
Definitely,
better.
yeah.
Yeah, you see it now.
difference
Yeah.
in height. See that? And that's the way I like to do that. It just adds another little dimension to the edge of the bow. And looking at that, I just see a little tool mark just there. But that's a sanding tool mark, so that can come out. And I want to try and keep a nice crisp line here. So when I'm sanding the inside, I'm going to try and make sure I don't roll over that edge.
Change camera
Change
game.
camera.
Oh, sorry. That wrong one, that one. So same deal, we're using the right hand to hold the tool and the left hand just to add the
Do the
pressure
steering.
or take the pressure away.
Just steady it.
Need to get some of that out of there because can't see.
I need to buy one of those sanders. There's another
Yeah, I do
piece on the
too.
list.
Well,
Oh, somebody asked the other day
Oh.
about the Simon Hope. I can't remember who was using one. Somebody was using one that was the old
Pete
version.
was using one.
Oh,
I
it
think
was Pete.
someone asked a question.
Pete was, yeah, the old big
on
one, yeah.
Pete's video.
Yeah, somebody asked about the older version. That's it. It was Pete's. There you go. That's the thicker handle version, and that's the normal one that people get. So you need
I
to
like the
just stick
thicker handle one because my arthritis, I could use it.
So if you've got a bit of arthritis, it's easier to hold
Yeah.
your hand.
Yeah.
So I have both handles.
Which
I
do you
bought
prefer?
the
It's got a little
Robert
bit too
Sorby
fast,
one,
that.
but it doesn't have
Doesn't
a bearing in it. It
No bearing,
tends to-
and it doesn't have a magnet to hold the thing in either.
tends
Right.
to catch a lot of the time, you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop turning.
Off the bronze, so you got to oil it.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
let's have a look at that.
Too much like work though.
So I've got lots of little radial marks that go in that way, but that's the sanding. That's the sandpaper. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change to my drill. I quite like using the drill on the inside. I like to use the drill on the
Benjamin says
inside because it covers the what?
Benjamin's just said, my new wood turning book has arrived. Apparently it's the property of Somerset County Library. So you got a month, Ben, and send it back.
Just bring it back. Take it out again.
The reason I'm using the drill on the inside is because it keeps spinning when it's in the middle, whereas the inertia sander dies in the middle. I just bring that on out to the edge. Let's have a look at that. I'm nearly happy with that, but not quite. Just get a bit of tissue and give that a wipe out just to get rid of the dust. It's good. Now, change grits. That was 120, so 180.
Joe at 9K said, well, what Brian just said about the power, why do you use an inertia sander at all?
I just like using it. I like the feel of it.
I like the feel of it.
I ain't got one. Don't use it. Use the power sander because it's
That's
quicker.
good.
Yeah, I always use the power sander as well,
Don't
but it's
like
only because
sanding.
I don't have one of the other ones.
A couple of little bit of tool marks or sanding marks in there, and I can tell they're sanding marks. How can you tell it's a sanding mark? You can tell it's a sanding mark because it comes in a spiral like that,
Swirly, swirly.
rather than a tool mark would be all the way around in a circle, if you like. So that last little bit has just got rid of all the little sanding bits.
Did
from
you
the
do the?
previous
You didn't
bit.
do the rim, Brian, before you change your blade. You didn't do the rim in that
I don't
raid.
think I need to do the rim, Terry. I'll just do the rim with the inertia sander right at the very end.
Okay.
So we've got 240. I think it's pretty well good enough. I don't want to use the power sander on that.
Okay, that is a good reason for using an inertia sander. It's more gentle. So where you've got that crisp line on the rim, a power sander can knock that off.
Yeah, and it does, you're right.
Your chair creaking, Joe.
So look at that.
Cheeky sod. Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
Just you had a new chair under it.
Call it as it is, Joe.
She just call you a cheeky sod.
Yeah.
She's
Wait.
right.
Oh, it's Joe's chair's creaking.
No, it's somebody else's chair that's creaking.
Maybe my
Not
chair.
mine.
Ah, the culprit.
As he gets up to refit his glass.
So because this
Coffee.
edge will be quite sharp now, I'm just going to rub it. Just let that 240 grit just run on it, just like that. Just roll the edge just a tiny little bit, just to take any sharpness off it.
Andy says, was that your hip, Terry?
No, it's from me. No, that's working. That's working perfect, actually. No problem at all with that.
I'm just going to clean this out with a little bit of methylated spirits, just till I see is it clean enough.
I still can't jive yet, but you know.
I didn't know you could jive.
Oh, me, yeah, me and Reef, brilliant
yeah.
jiving. Oh, yeah, jitterbug, jive, anything. But you can. Well, used to when we were younger.
There's a
Let's
video
get rid of all
of
the dust that was on
Terry
that.
jiving with his daughter.
Yeah.
Ish.
He
Well,
did.
yeah, she's going. Yeah. Well, she was a dancer, so it's difficult to jive to somebody
Just
that's
wait for a
just spinning
second or
around.
two. So that's me up
pointing
to
mind.
240 there. So we're going to use our old favourite, Yorkshire grit.
And that is your warning, people.
Can you sand and seal it first, or
I'm just about to do that, Terry.
I would have coloured that?
You would have coloured it. Why?
Yeah, inside, nice colour, nice rim, and then
Nah,
colour.
it's fine. It's not
Fade
getting
the
coloured.
colour down into the middle and just leave it
It's not getting
normal
coloured,
wood in the
Terry.
middle and just fade it back
Terry.
up.
Terry.
Lovely.
Terry.
If that's an inclusion in the bowl.
Terry.
What?
It's not getting coloured. This black bit,
Yeah.
little inclusion.
Yes. Others
Tiny
will
little
They're-
inclusion.
They're extra.
It's an extra fiver on the price of this bowl.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's not many like it, is there?
So,
Terry Bartlett set his alarm now so he can listen to Joe sing. By the way, anybody don't ask Terry Bartlett for a friend request.
no,
Been hacked.
not at the minute.
He's been
Or
hacked.
don't respond to a friend request from Terry. Currently,
Yeah.
he's been hacked. Just
Man,
where
you
it
might
was
get somebody better on the other end. You don't know, do you?
just where it was on the little bits of bend grain there, it was the sanding sealer was soaking in further than the side grain. So just make sure that's right.
Give it an
Go.
extra coat.
I think it should be plenty on it. I think I'll just let it sit a second and just inspect it. I'll get my NCIS torch out.
Inspector.
Inspector Cluzo.
I should get a big magnifying glass, Brian.
It doesn't. It's fixed to the bench there.
Because you
Yeah,
can't
looks
see
good
it
to-
anyway with you
Looks
guys.
good to me. Looks good to me. So we're on to. Oh, let me lift this up again. Oh, look what I've done.
Knock it over, did you?
Sanding sealer on the lathe bed. Ah, Trump.
Just saved all of that.
Just should have saved that and put it back in the bottle. Should have squeezed it out, put it back in the bottle.
Right, people.
Yeah, sure, Brett.
12 seconds to mute. After that, you got to suffer.
Now, my friend Shay, who does BB turning, his channel's called BB Turning. If you watch Shay, he does what he calls the Yorkshire grit bit,
Yeah,
and he tells stories about Ireland's
Irish
history,
folklore.
Irish folklore, and sometimes they're sometimes they're a bit. Are you just
Close to the
making this
bone.
up, you boy?
Yeah.
You know. But
He's a great
yeah, they're good.
storyteller, though.
He is a great storyteller. Yeah.
He's a real
If you
dope.
haven't watched Shay BB Turning, guys, shame on
Go and
you.
watch
Go and
him.
have a watch. If one of you could stick his
Yeah.
thing in there,
I can't. Pete might be able to, but I can't.
Yeah,
I'm only on the chat. as I
stick
can.
his link in. Shay's a real nice, give a real good turner. He's a
He
real
is.
nice fella. Turning the
We met him at the carpentry store, Brian, didn't we? The last
We
time
did,
we were
aye.
there. Yeah.
Yep. And right out of the blue, he came over and gave us a nice big piece of wood each. Nice
Yeah,
piece of
tiger
tiger wood.
Yeah.
And right out of the blue,
Well,
never said he was
yeah.
doing it or anything. Just he's a real nice fella.
You keep talking, Brian. Keep talking. Keep going. If you want to say anything.
Hands that feel pity can be soft as your face, with light brown Yorkshire gritty.
Ah, the voice of an angel.
Benjamin Street now. All the kids are flying out of the rooms. All the animals are dropping.
The voice of an angle grinder. I mean, angel.
Voice of an angle grinder, yeah. Yeah.
Terry told me to say that, Joe.
Nothing to do with me.
Oh,
I know
what?
nothing.
He made
See,
me
I
say,
told you that.
if you
Yeah.
don't say that, you're
Yeah.
getting it, boy.
I told you that creeps back there. See, he's heavenly Joe. Thank you, Terry Bartlett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, encore, encore.
Talking encore, Joe.
No.
Who wants an encore? Is that Glenn shouting that? Is that Glenn shouting encore?
No,
Kev.
well, he switched his hearing aids off. That's why. He
Yeah,
just
I
feels
tried
the
talking to
vibration
him,
through
but
her
he
chair.
didn't listen, so he obviously knew what was coming.
Kev says William and BB sound identical on my speakers. Yeah, we were reared only about 50 miles apart, so
Yeah, it'd be pretty close, right?
Same mothers or fathers or anything, no?
Yeah.
you never
Just
know
checking.
these things. You never know.
Just check in Irish and all that, never know.
Cousins and
Yeah.
Yes. Like Cornish,
Well,
innit? They all
here,
look the same.
I don't know how to do it, but I mean, every second person in America is related to somebody in Ireland. I mean,
Yeah.
even the colours
And
folks.
it's
I don't know how to do
it's
it.
gas. Kerry and Donegal are the only counties in Ireland when you're talking
Yeah,
to a
true.
Yankee.
Yeah. They all come from County Kerry. Yeah.
Thank you. Shane has said, great job, Joe. There we go.
And it's funny how the American presidents all have ancestors who came from Ireland. Eh?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
they're all about 90.
America came back to Ireland, it would sink.
It was- it probably
She
would,
go down a good meter anyway, Pete.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, dear.
Brian with a Y saying there are some very entertaining turners on YouTube.
There are.
One that he likes is Ronald Kahn. Now,
Ronald
he's
Kane.
Dutch,
Ronald
isn't he?
Kane's brilliant.
Yeah.
Dutch is brilliant. Brilliant. He's an amazing turner.
Good old YouTube.
Agree there, Brian.
There are lots of good wood
There
turners
are
on
lots of
YouTube,
really good turners, yeah.
and then you have other ones not so good like me.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Brian. There
But
are
he's come
some
along
that
to
I
watch
wouldn't
anyway,
watch.
so that's fine.
There was some I wouldn't watch.
I think he's coming here just to watch.
Each
for
got their own
disaster,
personal choice.
waiting for the disasters.
It's all good. It's all good.
I don't have many disasters now, thankfully. Did have in the beginning.
I
Everybody
think
does.
everybody does.
Yeah, of course. Yep, everybody makes mistakes. Oh, take that.
Yeah, there you
Stole
go.
my piece of paper. You see that? Stole my piece of paper. Get back here.
At least you were holding it correctly and it pulled
I
it
was.
straight at your hand, which it should do.
Yep.
I just say it's bad when you get a catch with the with the paper towel.
Yeah, go Roy's the Boys. Just put in the YouTube channel for Ronald Kane. Go over there and subscribe to him, and you'll
Good
see
man,
some
right?
brilliant
Thank you
work.
for that.
Brilliant work by him. He really is good.
I've got plum
Yeah.
the
He used to
thumbnail.
be a
Like,
distributor for
Yorkshire
Yorkshire
Grit.
Grit.
Did indeed.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
He's a nice man. Met him at Harrogate.
So you'll notice that I'm taking plenty of time with the Yorkshire Grit. Make sure it works. There's absolutely no point buying this stuff, sticking it on and running it for a minute and a half, and wiping it all back off again. That's kind of pointless. You might as well use it to its full effect.
Well,
And
yeah.
if you think that if you were doing this with sandpaper on up to 1,000 grit, which is where I'm headed, there would be some amount of dust in here.
Yeah, for sure. Fine dust.
And that's the bad stuff. The real fine dust
Yeah.
is the bad stuff.
Well,
It's
no
right
dust
down
is
to your
brilliant,
lungs
though,
and
is
you
it?
can't get it back out
Nope.
again.
No dust is
Isn't it?
brilliant.
That's fabulous. I love this. There we go. That's that kind of worked out there. So I'm just going to turn the speed up now a little bit. Oh, turned it off instead. Turn the speed up. Somewhere about
You can't
1,000
go
reds.
on YouTube, but you can feel the grip break down.
You can.
Don't need to press too hard. You can just feel it working. You can feel it break.
Wesley Hannah's in. Hello, Wesley.
So
Hey,
now,
Wesley.
now
What is
all I'm
wrong,
doing
buddy?
is trying to make sure that it comes off, the cloth comes off clean, and I'm not using, I'm hardly using any pressure at all now. Just holding the paper on it. You should actually
Yeah,
see it start to shine.
I watched it, Roy, the other day. He does good thread chest. He does everything good.
Now?
He said Ronald Kane does good thread chest. He does everything good.
He does. It's just an
He
all
did a
round
nice
good
video the
woodcover.
other day. I watched it.
Mm.
He copied me. Roy.
Yeah, some nice different ideas as well, which is
He does. That's a good idea.
Right. That's coming off nice and clean.
That's Terry's hip again.
Not me.
That's Terry's hip there. That was Terry crossing his legs.
Not me.
I can't do that. Not allowed to do that.
No, that's right. You can't either.
Can't cross my legs.
Oh, that would do my
Couldn't
head.
anyway before, but you know.
Why, yeah. Right, there we go. It's quite nice.
So Emma's obviously up north somewhere. She's
Emma's
woodwork is going to
Sunday.
see her on Sunday. Emma the Tiny Turner
Emma Tiny,
demonstrating, unless he's driving down. But I would think she's going somewhere up country.
Another coat of wax on here. Just let it flash off for a moment or two.
Yeah, if you're watching Emma, it's always a good idea to get a high seat, and you can see her over the top of the lathe.
Yeah.
Ah,
They're just using the extractor to suck away some of their solvents and stuff.
Or she'll wander out the workshop feeling
That's good.
great.
A little bit of a buzz about you.
Yeah. Get rid of the solvents, or you'll wander out, Brian, thinking that was a good time.
I've lost 4 subscribers this week. I don't know how that happened.
I'm starting to not like it, I suppose.
Glyn was one anyway, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's it,
Clemens one.
Glenn,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Don't
it,
subscribe
Glenn.
to all of us. Don't like shorts.
Says
Don't
says
like
he
shorts.
doesn't
They
like
don't. You know, they don't suit them either. Shorts. Got 2 fat legs.
It's
He's
it's
got
going
good
it's
legs,
going to be
Glenn.
the future with YouTube anyway, isn't it? Shorts.
It is actually YouTube's promoting it more than anything else.
Yeah.
If you look at TikTok, that's how they started. But if you look at TikTok now, there are loads of long videos on it as well now.
Yeah, yeah.
They just came at it from the
I know.
other end.
I don't have TikTok, so I don't.
Long form videos are coming to be the thing on TikTok now.
Well,
Turn
I
the
don't
speed
do
up.
much on TikTok. I
thought
occasionally
TikTok
roughly
look.
was
about
the
1,000 reds there.
risque thing. I thought it was all about you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's not really. You know, there's lots of entertaining videos on it, right enough. But there are some risky stuff too. But
Yeah. Not allowed to watch that.
each to their own. You don't have to watch it. Scroll on
Learner
by.
says, Woodwork says, can you imagine Brian in shorts?
I have a nice pair
That
of legs, I
depends.
have to tell you. Don't
You
forget, I
got
used to wear a
kilts,
kilt all
so
the time.
it's, you know. Kev at K9 says,
Depends.
do you think that rim is begging to be textured? No.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's got a little, what's the indentation in it? It's just, so it's
A thumb
good to-
groove.
thumb in it. Yeah.
It's got a little thumb cove. You want to be technically correct.
I think Pete's grinding his coffee beans.
I am.
Good man, Pete.
What tartan was your kilt? Asks Lucy. Brian.
Government tartan. It's Black Watch tartan. Or I can wear the Scott tartan.
Black Watch.
Black
sounds
Watch,
like Game of
the Black
Thrones.
Watch and the Argyll and Southern Highlanders both wear the same tartan, except the Argyll's tartan has a slightly lighter colour of green in it, very, very slight. And its actual title is Government Tartan.
When you say Black Watch, sounds like you've been in the Game of Thrones.
There we go. That's that done. Have we got time to take a 10 enough?
Because you have got, as long as
Ah, you
go.
have, yeah. Go for
You're
it.
20 past 8.
Okay. We'll take a 10 off then. Just have to plug in my plug that in. Take that over there. And I can let you see
Benjamin
this
wants a cup of
happening.
tea, please, Pete. Milk and a 5/8 of a spoon of sugar, please.
So I just need to remove the chuck, but leave the piece on it.
The only tea we have in this house is that sounds too strong.
Easy for you to say.
Other fish.
So remove that, and then I'll put on the MT2 taper with the M33 thread on it, which goes straight into the tailstock. And then if I go to that camera and change it around a little bit to there, this piece goes through the headstock and through the bottom, back of the headstock, and that seals that end. And this little, it doesn't actually seal that end, it's this end that gets sealed. So if you go to the overhead, you'll see there's a little O-ring on here which seals this end. I just screw that up quickly. And that also centralizes the thing in the headstock. So that's it there. I just tighten up a little bit from the back. Go there again. So I'm just holding it at the front and tighten up a little bit from the back. And that should be tight enough. You don't want to overdo it because it'll just wreck that little O-ring that's in there. And then just add this cup.
You didn't press it, Brian.
Hmm?
You missed pressing the button.
That's how you
Overhead.
can see it. You see it from there.
Mm.
Did you not see that there?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, oh yeah, got it now.
I can show you now. There's the
Did you use a spanner on this bit?
subject. Sorry?
Do
You don't
a
use a spanner.
I can. Look, you mean this? You mean this thing?
You don't normally use a spanner, so he's going to donate that one to me.
This is
Yeah,
one for
yeah.
taking it back off, Pete. Is that the thing?
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
That's the
I'm
one.
sure
Yeah,
he's
I thought
nicked
so.
mine.
But you
Sure he
only
nicked
just
mine.
need to nip it up.
Did you put the plastic bush on like you're supposed to?
No.
Have you got a plastic bush?
Hold on a minute. Let me just
Black
test it back
plastic
in
bush.
working.
Have you got the black plastic bush you're supposed to have for it?
You mean this? One of these?
That's the one.
I do,
You
but
could use
never use
that.
it. That's to stop it
Well,
wedging on.
no,
That's
that's to seal it as
No,
well.
it doesn't, Terry. It doesn't,
It
Terry.
does.
Trust me, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Look, there's it sealed now. Look, that's
Kevin's asking where is the bearing so the tube doesn't spin. That's on the back end, isn't it?
It's on the back end.
this bit. This bit here.
That
The bearing's in
tube will
here.
spin it inside there now. There's a bearing
So
in
if I
there.
just rotate that, look, the pipe doesn't move. Yeah.
There's a bearing inside there.
So there's a bearing in this end. Right now, the vacuum is on, and it was we'll just bring up this. Go back to the overhead again. Bring up that,
Dunk.
and that vacuum has gone to 18, 15, 16, 17, 18 psi. So that should be holding that. Take that off and back it out. So that should be exactly in the center now, because we just mounted it from the chuck. I'll remove the chuck from here. Trying not to drop it on my fingers.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Yeah.
It would.
And just remove the tailstock. I'll remove this piece.
Zed is
adapter.
just saying. Zed is just saying. I've got to say, all of a sudden this video is starting to suck. Hold on, Zed.
Oh, very well done, Sid.
You're way above us, mate.
So it's not that I don't trust the vacuum. It's just that I like to have the belt and braces idea. And I've just put a little ring center in there. And all I'm going to do is just hold that. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not pushing it into it or anything. It's just to give me that extra little bit of stability.
A little faith, Brian.
Well, I will.
Susie's got a question. She says, "Will you probably get a slight indentation from the vacuum thingy if
Possibly.
you were to wait until tomorrow for the wax to cure further? Would it
Yes,
still make an
yes.
indentation from the vacuum?"
It sometimes leaves a little line, and I'll explain why in a minute. Once I take it off, you'll see it. It will be there. So I'm going to turn the speed down, switch it on, and I'm going to run it at about 500.
And
Right
you're going
there
to change the
somewhere.
camera back to the other one before you
Go
do.
to
Tailstock cam, yeah.
do we want the flexi cam? Do we want that? Is
That
good
one,
enough?
that's fine. Yeah, that's good.
Or would you rather have this?
See, when Brian does
Oh, we
his
can-
he does a dozen bowls one day. Then he uses the vacuum truck to take all the feet off the next day.
Don't know if I can get you on that camera. Let's try that camera there.
Oh, you may be in the way.
All right there.
Oh no. Yes, it's a bit far away though. But yeah, it's all right.
Is it?
We can see
Is
it.
that?
It's okay.
Is that?
It's
It's just
okay.
where you see the tool. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Where the
Yeah.
tool is. No, I'm working towards the headstock. This is a 10mm bowl gauge. And all I'm doing is removing the tanner. And as long as I've left enough meat in the middle, it should be okay. Yeah?
Should be. Well, if not, the bowl will fall off because the vacuum would disappear.
Exactly, yeah.
We'll have a wooden washer.
Might be entertaining.
Andy, the woodwork learner, said, I know that record power quills are a lot quite short compared to Axminster.
They are.
To have
They
a
are.
quill at any great extension, it needs to be pretty heavy duty, otherwise it will flex and bend.
Oh, don't be daft, Michelle. Michelle's saying the tool is behind the camera. You mean the tool is holding the tool?
Oh,
That's what you
God.
mean. Mickey, that's what you mean.
Yeah,
Good on you.
there's absolutely nothing like getting a bit of support from your family, yeah.
There's two tools there working on that bowl. One of them's holding it.
The quill, Pete, you have the 406 Axminster,
Yeah.
have you?
Yeah,
Is the quill similar size and strength, length, or than
yeah,
the 508?
but it is, you still get 150 mil.
Right.
Yeah, that currently is out 105 mil.
The good.
The length
I
that
mean, I
upper quill out.
don't know how Max Minster's done it, but when that quill's fully out, it doesn't move. Still,
It's
it's
rock
rock solid.
solid.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
just
fabulous bit.
brilliant.
Yeah.
They've certainly mastered that problem.
So judging from this conversation, the quill is the bit that's going to the back of the bowl.
This is
Sorry,
the quill.
Extension.
Yeah.
That bit
Right,
goes
okay,
in
I
and
was
out.
going to ask
there.
what a quill
Quill.
is. That's
That's
why.
a quill, yeah.
Okay,
Tailstock quill, they call it. So, yeah.
got you.
Yeah,
Shiny
the quill
bit that comes out of the
into
tailstock.
the life center into the end of the quill.
Yeah. You might want to put overhead on there, Brian, just so we can see the finishing bit.
Okay, mate. Oh, wrong one. That one.
That's it. So because we obviously you'll
This is the exciting bit.
well no, because you'll move
Well-
that quill away now, won't you? And then just nip that
That's
off.
correct.
And it'll
I will be
it'll
moving
still
it
stay
now.
there.
Just in a second, once I move that camera out of my way. I'll just be with you in a second. I'll just switch that off for a second because I'm going to use my spindle. What I'm going to do first is get my straight edge out and make sure haven't got see, I've got a little bit of a hollow there, or a little bit of a lump.
A
So
hump.
I need to take a little bit more out of the middle to make sure it doesn't rock or it's on its bottom.
There.
Somewhere about there. Just check that again. Almost. We'll finish
Little
that
more.
now without the quill, so we'll take that away and we'll remove the elbow stabber. Put it back in its body range holder.
Kev's saying he wishes his Axminster quill was that long. I wonder if you could put it on a 307. Well, if you can measure it's only the distance between the bed bars. So if the 307 has got the same distance between the bed bars, you could use a 406 quill. It probably hasn't.
Yeah, you'd need the entire tailstock, wouldn't you?
You'd need a tailstock off Axminster. You have to buy a whole tailstock.
Well, unless the
On
hole
a-
is same, if the
On
but
a
if the
370,
bars-
then it's going to be way higher, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
it'll be.
it won't be so wide, will it?
You'd
Yeah,
have a
but
lot of
if you-
modification to get it to
If,
fit.
is he talking about just putting the quill through his?
Well, no, he'd
through
put a
his
tailstock on, wouldn't he? You'd have to put a whole tailstock in.
Would you?
I would think so.
Well, yeah, because
Then it'd be a different height, wouldn't it? So that wouldn't work either.
Well, if the quill was the same size as his quill, so if I measured the
Ah.
outside diameter of that,
It won't be.
it is 34 mil.
It won't be.
yeah, you still got to have the thread length to actually wind it out that
You
far.
have, I?
Yeah.
Of course you have.
So he'd need the whole tailstock, and then it's got to be the right height. You know.
So
Buy
little high
a
spot just
new
about
lathe, I
there.
think.
Yeah, buy a new lathe. Okay, just go and get a lathe.
Yeah, just
What I
buy the
would say
508.
is you
What
try
are you
and buy
messing
a
about? Just get the 508.
Go and buy a 508 tailstock. And then if you go out and you buy the 508 bed bars to go underneath it to make it the right size.
Yeah, and then when
And
you
then
find the tailstock don't
buy the
fit,
508 headstock.
you
and
buy
put that on
headstock.
your blend, it'll be perfect.
Yeah, you might have to change the legs as well because to take the weight.
Not with most of them legs as well.
But you could probably do it. You know,
That's an
I had
awful lot of
You
it.
guys are funny.
yeah. I mean,
You guys are funny.
I had a broom once. It was brand new. I kept it brand new. It only had 5 new heads and 19 new handles. You know?
Yeah. Same brush for 30 years.
Same brush for 30 years.
What about 120 grit? Take that.
You might want to go
that.
to the side camera now.
one.
Flexi cam, as we call it these days. There you go.
That's not working there because it's too close to the middle. So we'll change that. We'll just go to the
There's
Use the drill.
There's been a bed cranking in and out lately. When I first got mine, it was really difficult to wind in and out. And I took it out and I put a straight edge against it, couldn't see anything. But I put it on the table of the bandsaw and put a light behind it, and there was just 0.5 millimeter of bend over the entire length of it.
Ooh.
So I sent it back and gave me a new one, which was perfect.
that'll do for me. But what I need to do now is I need to make a little mark on there with a pencil.
There it is.
because I'm going to laser the bottom of this, but I'm not doing it tonight.
Over time, dust gets into the quill, into the thread as well.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
every so often, just take it all apart, clean it out, and a light film of oil and put it back in.
So the lightest bit of so there we go. That's it.
Perfect. Cool.
Dust that down a little bit. Let me switch the vacuum off. There it goes.
There you go.
And I'll take this vacuum off. You can see it coming apart again if you want. See, will that do? Move camera. There we go. That'll do. It's a bit squint, but it'll do. So I'll just use my spanner
Shut your mouth.
because I've got one. And I'll just hang
Nobody
it back
saw
up.
you. Nobody
I'll
saw
just-
you use it though, Brian.
Yeah,
Stood in
yeah.
the way.
Oh,
we
there's
all
there,
do
look.
it.
There you go. Look, see spanner. There we go. And I'll
Well,
take the
that was
spanner
probably-
now and I'll take it over here. And I'll do what Terry should have done. I'll just hang it on the wall here. See that? Just hanging on the wall just here.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the chat. Didn't see that.
That was a good plan.
Oh, Ruth bought me a 508. See, Ruth bought me a 508. She said she was going to, but she did because she loves me.
And that just screws onto his chuck buddy. Out the way, and then we undo this. Just loosen this off here. And that'll loosen it off at this end. Undo the bolt. Or the nut. Take that out. I always just put it back on here again. And then you won't lose it, Terry.
Put it
I've
back
got
in.
mine on the end as well. No, you worry about that.
Oh,
At least I
dear.
can't drop a spanner on my foot, can I?
Well, that's
I'll
true.
find it.
So there we
It's
go.
somewhere in
that's
the
that one done.
workshop. It's somewhere in the workshop. It'll come to light when I
Let me just tidy up a tiny little bit here.
get all that rubbish out I got in there in a moment. Get my blinking log
Disconnect the
cabin out of the
airline.
way.
Lucy's
Lucy's
last
asking what lathe.
A second.
Lucy, Brian's got the Axminster 508. Same one I use.
Super machine.
Yep.
It is absolutely a super machine.
Mark and Terry both got 508s, and then Nag
Yeah,
Brian.
Mark's got one as well.
Yeah, he has indeed, yep.
Although the 406 is a very, very good machine as well.
406 is a brilliant lathe.
Yeah.
I was going to get
Well,
one, but
My workshop's not quite big enough to have a 508.
it's still a super lathe.
Yeah.
No doubt.
There you
But
go.
unless you're
One
into
all.
turning 16, 18-inch bowls that nobody
Well,
wants.
yeah.
You
But then you
know.
can still turn the headstocks. Pete,
You
Pete
can,
turned
aye.
a 23
You-
inch bowl the other day.
He did.
Or 20 inch
Pete
bowl.
turned a whopper, big ash bowl.
Spun it
one.
around,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah, I've done
Wayne does big
34
stuff
on
on
mine.
his,
Thankful.
his 406, doesn't he?
The only
always
thing
on the big stuff in this.
I liked about the 508, because I'm a bit of a tight so-and-so, is that, well, Ruth bought it, so I didn't really have to worry about it, but it
There
comes
we go.
with an extension, bed
Yep,
extension,
comes complete,
and
yeah.
And
it
the outrigger
comes
as
with
well,
a
yeah.
tool rest extension for when you want to bolt the bed extension down on the legs to turn something 36 inches diameter. So it comes with all that.
Yeah.
But that's
Right,
the
I'll
only
just let
reason
you
I
see
bought
this now.
that.
Now
looks
Terry's
great.
finished talking.
Shut your mouth.
So here we go. Nice little bowl. And there
Not
we
that
go.
little. It's not that little. It's quite good. Quite big.
Oh, there's a little bit of that. No, it's just sand. It's just sawdust.
Dust in it.
How small is it?
8 inches
It's,
and a half. Right.
8 and 5, 8 and
Yeah.
3/8.
It's not that small.
No, and it's about inch and a half deep.
In your favourite colours?
It's my favourite
About
colours.
inch and a half deep, yep. And I like the colours too. The colours are nice. A little bit of plum in the bottom, then some red, and then some flame, or some ruby, and then some flame, and then some honey, all kind of blended together. There we go. We're done.
Just to say, Kev's got a
There you go,
question.
Maurice.
His lathe is. Kev says his lathe has a turnable headstock. Should you leave the tool rest extension on all the time? Well, only if you turn the headstock and
Only
you
if
need it
found the
there.
headstock, yeah. I wouldn't leave it on. If I wanted to turn something outboard,
Mm.
I have to take the bed extension off the end of it, put it in the middle.
Yeah.
On mine, so it's you can't
Can do middle or the ends.
but you can't turn. You can put your headstock in the middle and use your banjo on on this side of it and still turn. Works okay. Up to a certain distance, obviously, without having to use the extension post. Right, we're done. Bring all you hellions back in again.
Yeah, zombie Zed saying that Laguna do that. You can with the add-ons. The cost of the
That's true.
add-ons is as much as another lathe.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think I paid nearly just about £4,000 or something for this lathe, and it actually comes with everything in it.
With everything.
Everything you need.
I think Ruth paid 3.5 for mine.
Yeah, there's nothing to add basically.
Really early. Well, she
There you go.
gave me the money because she bought it as a
Maurice
present.
is in his little bowl. Look, hi Maurice.
Beautiful.
Put him back in there.
Nicely done, Brian. Nicely done.
And there it is.
Excellent.
Plain little bowl.
Excellently done.
And it's quite precise and quite nice. And I like it.
Yeah.
Clean cut.
So, if you've no other questions, we'll call it a day. It's 8:45.
And
Yeah,
Pete,
just
no,
let everybody know,
You can't have it for the
if-
fire pit.
For
Don't
those
forget,
that joined
Terry's on
late,
tomorrow night. Terry's on tomorrow night.
just put the link in. I'm on tomorrow night covering for poor old Pete. Not Pete. Steve, because he's booked something up and he can't get out of it now, so he can't be there.
He's fine.
Well,
So
you
we'll
ask
see
me
you all later.
for help again. Anytime, Royce, give us a shout.
So
I was talking to the gentleman today about that's a question really for you, Pete. About Touch Portal. When he
Oh, yeah.
when he tried to log into Touch Portal, it told him that it didn't recognise his what is that you call that thing? His ISP or
IP address.
IP address. Didn't recognise his
address.
IP address or something.
Mhm.
That IP
Yeah.
address is not recognised. So he couldn't get logged into it. He wants to start doing some live stuff with a couple of extra cameras and stuff.
Give me a shout. I'll sort that out for him.
Okay, not a bother. That's Roy the boy. There he is. See, IP address it said. So it's Roy the boy. I sent him a couple of cameras to get him started, and he's kind of getting himself organised. So, but the StreamYard just couldn't.
Good turning with Barry says, well done, sick note. Lovely piece.
Sick. No, shut up, Barry.
Nice one, Barry.
Hey, good one, Bar.
There's always one. Eh? There's
What a
always
sick,
one.
lovely piece.
See,
That's it. That's it. Fun enough.
that's the classic.
Mm.
Don't give Terry any more ammunition. He's bad enough.
Ah, life's a bitch. And,
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed that, guys. Hope you did.
Yep,
I'll be back
perfect.
on Monday. Fingers crossed, foot permitting. I'm not going to do anything over the weekend that'll behave
Rest
myself
up.
a bit.
I'll make sure you don't.
Terry's on tomorrow night. We'll get Wayne over the weekend again. No, there's no Wayne on Friday now. He doesn't do Fridays.
No, I may be on Sunday. I'm not sure if Mike's doing one yet, so we'll see.
Right. Okay. It'll be either Terry or
Mike will.
Mike Walt on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then Mike
hoping
and me
Mike's
on
doing
Monday, and then you've Jamie and Jake and Jamie on
Usual
Saturday
Saturday
afternoon
things.
cartoons.
Wayne will be on Saturday as well.
Wayne's on Saturday evening.
Fencing tomorrow. Wait,
That's about
is
it.
Michelle taking up fencing? Is she, Brian?
No, Brian Matthew is.
Michelle says fencing tomorrow? Question mark. I don't know
Yes,
whether
I am,
she's
yes.
taking up fencing or she's going to
No,
go out.
she's not. She says I have to fix one last piece of fence so I can move the horse into another field. But Matthew's going to come with me and do the work and just go supervise.
Let him do
Yeah,
it on
right.
his own. Come on,
Shut
let
up.
him do it on
Shut
his
up,
own.
William.
Give him a bit of leeway. Let him do it by himself and see if it works. I bet he works it out.
He'd be perfectly capable.
So you sit in home.
No doubt, no doubt.
I'll just go and drive the tractor down and sit and watch it.
Yeah,
Be fine.
you say.
Yeah, just steady yourself. It'll be all right.
And we'll hear Sunday. Oh, I got off the tractor and my foot went bang. That was it. Another 6 weeks.
Well, I might be here Sunday. If I'm here at 5 o'clock on Monday, I've got to go live in an hour.
You might.
Yeah, that's easy, isn't it?
Pete might be doing a live Monday again. You never know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Well,
We don't mind.
William will help, Brian.
I would if he wasn't 3 hours away.
He's three and a bit hours away. Yeah.
He'd have it done again. I get there.
Right, Sid. Thank you very much, Sid. Appreciate that, mate. Talk to you later. Right, boys, we're going to end the broadcast. Say
Thank you,
goodbye,
Sid.
everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Cheers,
Bye,
Thanks for
all.
calling
everybody.
in.
Press
Appreciate
the
it.
button.
See you
Button's
soon.
pressed.
Bye for
Goodbye.
now.